It's in all living things. Is it a tool? How do we use it, as it was intended? It is a gift. A long-lost forgotten gift. That commands deep respect if one is to professionally explore and map out the wave. For the past 4 years, I have been researching into DMT. I now have over 400 DMT experiences. Over 100 of those were extended state experiences, some 1 hour long, and some 4 hours long. Let me tell you, when you stay in a DMT experience for over 1 hour, you're going to see some serious shit.
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
For the past 4 years I have remained silent about my research. Why, you ask? Well, it's simple. I wanted to really dig into this topic and research all I could to find true answers to my questions. What is DMT? Why is it in us? How do we use it as intended? In keeping silent, I was able to center my attention on finding facts and not get distracted, which led me down the rabbit hole very deep. On September 13, 2005, at 2 a.m. in the morning, I had my very first DMT experience in a jail cell that changed my life forever. Yes, my very first DMT experience was in a jail cell. Why was I in a jail cell? Well, I flipped my work truck one day driving drunk, pretty much in a blackout, and the judge was not happy with me. Sitting in this jail cell, I was devastated at what I have done. I was devastated how this was going to affect my son, who at that time was only 5. I didn't know how long the judge was going to give me for that DWI, but I knew this was going to hurt my wife and my son in many, many ways. I was ashamed, and I felt so much guilt for putting my wife through this. At that moment in time, I didn't have any belief in God. I didn't believe in religion. Sitting in a jail cell, staring at a brick wall, I decided to say a prayer. I didn't know how to pray, or who to pray to. I didn't believe there was a God to pray to, but I just knew, deep in my heart, that I needed help. So my prayer was this: Dear God, if you are real, I need your help, not to get me out of jail, or to protect me while I'm in jail, but I need your help to change me from inside. I need to be a different man when I do get out one day. I can't continue to drink and hurt my family like this anymore. I need to be a sober father and husband, to be the man I need to be for my wife and children. So I began to read the Bible every day, all day. I was scared to death of the prison mates, so I stayed in my cell, with the door locked, and just read this Bible from morning till night. I even attended 11 different Bible studies that were offered. Not conforming to any one belief, I read that Bible from cover to cover, twice, getting a good understanding of its content. Some things raised flags for me, and I will touch on those things in another video, but for the most, I was trying to find how I can make this change, to become a sober man. On September 13, 2005, at 2 a.m. in the morning, I decided to try something I read in the Bible, that says if you ask God with all of your heart for something, He will provide you with it. So, at 11 p.m., when the lights went out, I began to silently pray, asking God to please forgive me for all the bad things I've done, to cleanse me from inside, so when I return to society, I can be the father and husband I need to be for my family. I just kept repeating that in my head, over and over. I was not expecting anything to happen, at all. I just was doing what I had read to do, asking God for help. Deep into this, not realizing what I was doing was actually a prayer mantra, it happened. Suddenly, the jail cell was lit up bright, like a sun was burning bright in that cell. I was literally blinded by this light. I quickly felt a vibration shoot through my body, like a hum, or buzz, like I was being electrocuted. It didn't hurt, but it was very, very uncomfortable. I began to shake and I felt frozen, paralyzed. I couldn't move. In the center of this amazing, bright, blinding light, I began to see a figure. It was a very old man sitting on a golden throne. He looked like a king. He was all white, bright white, with a long flowing robe, very long white hair and very long white beard, but I couldn't see his eyes. It was like I could see his beard but not his face. The throne was made of pure gold. He and it were floating off to my side. He suddenly reached out his hand, and I felt him touch my shoulder. His touch was powerful, strong, demanding, yet I felt love from him. And then he spoke, in this very deep, majestic voice, very stern-like. He said, "Daniel, stop all of your incessant chatter, and listen." That was it, and as he spoke, I began to feel emotions run through me, like a raging river of electricity, shaking and paralyzed. I began feeling all emotions at once, every emotion that one can feel in a lifetime. I was feeling all at once at the same time. Flooding through me, love, anger, relief, hatred, compassion, distrust, greed, friendship, just every emotion humanly possible, all flooding through me. It almost hurt. I was freaking out. I just kept saying over and over, oh God, as it raged through me. This went on what felt like hours, but it really happened in about 3 minutes of time. It just felt like forever. I then began to feel the electricity dissipate slowly. The bright light began to diminish. And as it all came to an end, I was left feeling very exhausted, like I just ran 10 miles type of exhausted. I was literally in shock at what I just went through. I was on the top bunk, and I was sure the guy below me had to have seen this and heard it. The light was so bright, the voice was so loud and strong. I leaned over to ask him what the fuck was that, and he was fast asleep, snoring away as if nothing happened. Holy shit, how is that possible? How did he not wake from that? I know I wasn't dreaming. It was way too real. It felt way too real. The emotions, the electricity, were all too real. I was just in total amazement at what I just experienced. In the morning, I began to explain to my cellmate what I had experienced. He seemed to not be shocked by it. He simply said, "Wow, cool, you just had what is called a spiritual awakening. You were touched by an angel." I was like, "No way, really? Is that a real thing? Wow." So I went to my Bible studies, and after each class, I took the guy in charge to the side and explained what happened. One by one, they all agreed that I had a spiritual awakening brought on by that prayer meditation. I felt renewed. I felt free. As the days passed, I reread that Bible through and through, and it was like, this time while reading it, I was there. It was like I was watching a movie of these Bible stories as I was reading them. That experience changed me forever. Since that experience, I have never touched a drop of alcohol again, never. Not even once have I thought about drinking. Before that experience, I couldn't stay sober for more than 2 weeks. This really impacted my life in a tremendous way. For the next 11 years, I was in belief that I had a spiritual awakening, and that I had been visited by a real angel that night. In April of 2016, my best friend, who is also sober, asked me if I had ever heard of ayahuasca. I had not, but I looked it up on Google to find the movie, The Spirit Molecule.
This is the story of DMT, or dimethyltryptamine, a simple compound found throughout nature which has profound effects on human consciousness.
DMT, the spirit molecule. You know, it's a conundrum, it's a paradox.
DMT is astonishingly widely available in plants and animals all around the world, but so far nobody really knows why it's there.
Why is DMT in our bodies? Why is it in plants and all sorts of mammals? And what is the role it plays in humans?
And that was one of the original findings that led me to start looking for a spirit molecule, for a compound in the brain that elicited mystical experience.
Why is there a part of the brain that seems to be, for lack of a better word, a God detector?
I'm actually quite convinced that we're probing the biological basis of moral and ethical behavior.
To my mind, is this kind of two-edged sword of simultaneously opening up to the numinous world, to the world of messages, the world of spirits, the world of entities.
We're desperate to find new information, ideas, and so on that can transcend. We have to evolve.
Right from the beginning of that movie, I related to the experiences of those test subjects that Dr. Rick Strassman worked with. Their experiences were similar to my experience. And then I heard Dr. Rick Strassman say, DMT can be brought on by meditation, like the Tibetan monks do. Wow, really? A DMT experience can be brought on by meditation. Is that what happened to me? That was the beginning to my research. I just had to know. I had to experience a DMT journey for myself to compare it to that experience in that jail cell. Without having to try it, I knew in my heart it would be the same. And it was. When I tried the actual DMT smoke journey, that experience was pretty much exactly the same. Same buzz and home running through my body. Same feelings. Wow, that was it. Now I needed to know, why did that happen in 2005? How did that happen? Why is DMT in our bodies? Why is it in plants? Are the miraculous events in the Bible brought on by DMT? How do we use this natural DMT and for what purpose? Can I achieve this experience through only meditation again? Is it a communication tool to contact gods, or angels, or spirits, or other intelligent beings? I felt like I just received the keys to the universe, and I'm going to take this for a long drive. That is where my journey begins. The next 4 years of research into these questions, I found answers, I found truths, which raised more questions. I really dug into finding out why and how to use DMT to find the hidden keys that have been lost for so long. This channel is dedicated to bringing the past 4 years' research to the public eye. To share my experiences, both good and bad, to share my progression of both research and my spiritual growth, to find others who have had the same or more experiences, to put together a research team of 7 people to discuss their growth, their experiences and share my theories to what I believe I have uncovered through this amazing chemical that is inside of all of us, inside everything that is alive. Finally, in 2019, I had a full DMT breakthrough with only meditation. Since then, I have had continuous full DMT breakthroughs from meditations. The connection I have made from these experiences and what I have learned from it all, I feel need to be made public now. Learning to activate your natural indigenous DMT in your body is way stronger than a regular smoked experience. It lasts way longer, it's more connected to the spirit, and it's much slower. The experience isn't like a rocket ride like smoking it is. The experience comes on much slower and lasts very long. My average meditation DMT experience is about 30 minutes, some last an hour or more. I have developed 4 different DMT intake methods of which I believe are all very important to my progress and my research. All of this will be brought forth in future videos. From the research to the experience. Thank you for checking out this channel. Please smash that like button, subscribe to this channel so you can be notified as new videos are released, and join me in this never-ending research to this amazing gift we call DMT.